and good evening if you're joining us. I'm Tina, psychological therapist, mindfulness trained teacher, and also a chronic pain and anxiety expert. And I'm joined this evening by Poojita Patel, and I'll introduce her in a little bit. But first, I just want to say, if you are watching and you've got any comments, you've got questions, do pop them in the comment box, because we'll come along to them, we'll answer them. I'll be monitoring the chat all the way through. So, if you have anything, I'll either try and interrupt and ask, or we'll keep them to the end, whichever works best. But do put them in the comments, and we can then make sure your questions get answered. And you do give us some hearts and some thumbs up, because actually, if we can get Facebook seeing that we're live and we're on here and we're doing stuff and people are liking it, they show it to more people. And that's what we want to do. We want to spread the message. We want to let people know that they can come and learn something about self-care. They can come and learn a bit about themselves and see how, they can perhaps make their life a little bit easier. So if you can give us some hearts, some thumbs up, that would be brilliant. So we're here with Poojita, and we've only met probably once before, haven't we? But a few weeks ago.
That's right. Yeah.
But I think we've probably been in similar circles for a while.
We're for quite a while now. Yeah.
Yeah, we sort of end up passing each other, perhaps in other groups. But Poojita has got many hats. I always think that I would sort of say that you seem to be quite busy with things, but you're a certified ICF certified mindset and life coach, a mama.
Oh yeah.
One job in itself, unshakable, optimist, and entrepreneur, dedicated to helping emerging and ambitious business owners and entrepreneurs unlock their full potential to become successful leaders in their own field and develop super successful business simply by following her 5 easy steps of mindset shift process. What does she do differently? Well, she partners with emerging and ambitious business owners and entrepreneurs to help them break all limiting boundaries that are stopping them just one step away from success, to find out what they are capable of, how they wake up to the success they truly deserve. I help them to achieve through pioneering mindset strategies and, if necessary, NLP practices, which is based on her personal 15 years experience, 5 years of learning and working with several mentors and coaches like Bob Proctor, Lisa Johnson, Forbes Riley, Natalie Ledwell, Karl Moore, Sonia Ricotti, Dani Watson, Sharn Khaira, along with ICF certification. While working with my clients, I don't only listen to the words, but also listen to the use of words, their tone of words, their body movement, their eyes, subtle facial expression, and I can interpret the silences and have the ability to hear everything they don't say. So that's Poojita. I'm going to hand you over, and she's got a presentation for us to go through. So I'm going to stay quiet, even though that's quite hard, but I will stay quiet unless I'm called upon. So I'm not going anywhere. I will be here, but I'm just going to hand you that over to Poojita to carry on and say hello. Hi, I'm so pleased you're here.
Oh, thank you, Tina. Thanks a lot. And I really, really am grateful for thinking of me for this summit and for this opportunity. I was actually quite looking forward to this from quite a few days and all that sort of thing. Quite a few of my audience on my social handles were quite excited for that as well. And they were like, when is it happening? When is it happening? I said, you need to join the group for that. You can't just do that like that. So I'm not sure if they have joined or not joined yet, but anyway. So as Tina has introduced me, thank you, Tina. My name is Poojita, and I really don't need to give my introduction again, as Tina has already said everything about me. I basically, if I am, as Tina said, I have got a presentation for you guys, and I want to utilize that this time of ours in as much like kind of best way as possible without wasting a second of it. So without any further ado, I should just jump into my presentation. Let me just start sharing my screen quickly so that I can do that. Bear with me. Okay. Oh, Tina, it was letting me share my screen a minute ago, and
yes,
now
we
it's
tried it.
not. Yeah, we did. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me just...
Nothing has changed.
Okay. All right. So let me just try and share it now again. Share screen. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, can you see my screen? All right.
It's now come up. Yeah, we've got that.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Well done.
Oh, it has
technology.
To, it has to be. It has to be technical somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So the topic I'm going to be talking about today is how basically self-care is directly proportional to success. And this is basically a very, very important topic. Self-care in itself is a vast topic, and there is so much to it. If I want to speak about it, I can do it all day, but obviously I want to keep it to the point and let you guys know that how is it basically directly proportional to success? How can just a simple act of self-care, how can it actually align you towards your goal and make you successful eventually? So without any further ado, here is a bit of myself. Okay, there is a glitch. Okay, it's looking perfect. Oh yeah, there you go. So a little bit of myself. Already Tina has said everything, but I'll still little bit of I'll just enhance a little bit of it. That I work with emerging entrepreneurs and solopreneurs or business owners and mompreneurs as well to up-level their entrepreneurial game and create thriving, successful business simply by following my 5-step mindset shift process. I call that process Aura. I just love that word. And very important question, and that why should you listen to me? Because I have been through the process. I have been a mom, being a mom of two, being a solopreneur, and being a full-time, doing a full-time job as well. It has been quite a juggle for me to manage everything, and I have been at that point where I will be the last person I would think about. So, but basically, as I was going forward in my business, that was not working, that was not serving me any purpose, not taking care of me, was basically pushing me back big time. So because I've been there, that's why you should listen to me. And also because I have created a successful 5-figure business as an emerging entrepreneur alongside my full-time job. So if you don't know me, I still work full-time. That is my choice, by the way. That's not because I have to do it. I do it, I work as a full-time job because my superiors has been an amazing people. They are amazing people, and I just don't want to leave them. To be honest, they have done so much for me, and I want to be there. Although I have time for myself, they let me do what I want to do, and I have got all the time in the world being in the job as well. I will let you know how to achieve that in a second. Also, you should listen to me because I have helped almost 100 emerging entrepreneurs so far in just past 4 months to overcome their inner critics and emerge as successful entrepreneurs. I know exactly how it feels to be stuck in the beginning of your journey because I've been there myself and have also overcome it. Also, because I can show you exactly how you can overcome your inner critics and emerge as leaders in your field. And believe it or not, it all begins with self-care. So when we talk about self-care, we straight away get to, okay, we are talking about self-care. That means the spas, going on a retreat, having nails done, having manicure done, pedicure done, and all that sort of thing. But to be honest, self-care, even if you are not spending any money, self-care has nothing to do with these things. Self-care is more about doing the things, giving your time, investing your time mainly to do the things what you actually want to do, which puts a smile to your face, which makes your face go, ooh, lit up like that, you know? So that is basically a proper self-care. You can, by all means, spend hundreds and thousands of pounds and go to a retreat and spa and all that. But if you are not coming back from there happy, satisfied, and content within yourself, I would not cast it as a self-care. Maybe self-care could be just sitting in a corner, quiet corner with a candle lit, with a book in your hand, and with a coffee or hot chocolate in your mug of hot chocolate or coffee side, on the side for you. That could be self-care as well. So this is the big misinterpretation about self-care so far, what I have seen and what I have experienced as well. Like, as soon as we talk about self-care, we start thinking about, oh no, that's expensive. Spas, retreats, nails done, manicure. I don't have time. I don't have money for that sort of thing. So straight away, we get into that mindset, but it has nothing to do with money. Let me tell you that. So self-care is about being, as I said, being calm, content, satisfied within yourself. So as it's very nicely said, that you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are stressed about your work, if you're stressed about your job, if you're stressed about your surroundings, if you are like kind of have so much to do and don't have a single minute for yourself, you have just got so much in your mind, in your head, and you cannot expect to deliver from that mindset. You cannot expect yourself to pour from that cup. You have to have that empty cup within yourself. Imagine yourself as a cup and try to pour from that empty cup. So you would not be able to do that. And all that stress and all that, everything, or all of that makes you empty. And you don't want that. You want to be full with joy. You want to be full with knowledge. You want to be full with like enthusiasm. You want to be full with satisfaction, so that you can pour and you can give all of that to other people, whoever, whatever field you're in, so that you can actually transfer that to other people. I hope I'm really making sense here. So I'm not sure if I am, but I hope I am. But anyways, so now let's take a little bit deeper look of like kind of how do we treat ourselves. So if you're thinking about self-care, so have you ever noticed that why self-care is always the last thing on our to-do list? So say, for example, if I was like 1 year before, 1.5 years before, self-care would not even be in my list. So I wouldn't even think of that. Self-care, what on earth is self-care? I don't have time for that. I don't have money for that. I can't do that. That was like kind of where I was not long ago. So that generally happens with most of us people. Like kind of we put self-care last, the very last in our to-do list, and that is where we go wrong all the way. And secondly, how you feel. Most importantly, when I am talking about self-care, how you're feeling about that. As soon as I mention self-care, how does your mind, what did your mind tell you? What did your heart told you? What did your body told you? How do you feel about that one word within yourself is a very, very big thing. So how you feel as soon as you think of putting self-care or putting yourself on the to-do list, how does that make you feel in your body, in your mind, and in your heart? Both on professional and personal level, by the way. So the way that makes you feel is how you think about self-care. So basically, if you're a working mom or an emerging entrepreneur or a solopreneur or a business owner, small business owner, big business owner, doesn't matter. You will know what I'm talking about, like kind of, because we all have 24 hours in our hands, right? So in that 24 hours, when we make our to-do list the night before, a day before, a week before, I don't know how you guys do that, but for me, I do separate lists. Like there will be a list daily, there will be a list weekly, there will be a list monthly. So that's how I like kind of segregate my work. So in my daily list, now I put at least 15 minutes to half an hour for self-care. And that could be anything on this. It could be just sitting. I, by the way, live across the sea. So I live on a beach. My house is on the beach. So that could be like kind of just sitting near my front window, and looking at the sea with my coffee in my hand. Or it could be just half an hour before going to bed, reading my book without any disturbance, without my kids, without my husband, without anything around me. Or it could be just having a nice soaking, like nice salty bath soak for that reason. It could be anything, right? So that is like kind of where the self-care starts from, which is like kind of carving out space in your schedule for like me time is something you might think is selfish and simply not possible. But let me tell you, once you will start thinking about self-care, once you will think that once you will think of you as important person in your own life, you will not think the same way. You would not think that taking that half an hour in the day for your own self is selfish. You would not think that way. And we being women, especially, and I can say that me being Asian female entrepreneur, self-care is way behind in the list, or it's not even in the list. As I said, it wouldn't be in the list. Being an Asian female entrepreneur is more, it starts from kids, then it goes to husband, then it goes to family, then it goes to extended family. Like it's that's how we are brought up, that's how we are conditioned. But I am so proud of myself. I was able to break that chain and put that half an hour. And I started from giving myself 10 minutes, and then it started increasing it. Now I take 1 hour for myself. It doesn't matter even if I have to like kind of wake up 1 hour early or half an hour early in the morning, I would still take that time out for myself. Yeah, that's it. So exactly, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a working mom, it becomes even more necessary that you have that self-care o'clock in your to-do list. Think of it as an investment in your physical and mental clarity, which in return will actually give you more energy and presence to make the right decision. So as much you are investing in your own time, like in form of self-care, it is going to give you that mental clarity. It is going to give you that physical clarity as well, which will basically give you that more energy, positive energy within yourself, around you, around your surroundings, so that you can take those right decisions that are needed in your business to generate that profit, to get that client, to be able to achieve the goal. Doesn't matter, daily, monthly, weekly goal, whatever it is, to be able to achieve that one goal what you are striving for, right? So self-care is extremely important, guys. I cannot emphasize enough how important this is, and you must put that self-care o'clock in your to-do list. Now I'm going to read this sentence. So basically, wearing ourselves down is thankless. So whenever we are making ourselves too tired with everything, mentally and physically, by the way, I mean, it is completely thankless. We are being thankless to our mind. We are being thankless to our soul. We are being thankless to our body. But when we take care of ourselves, our body and mind will thank us plenty in return. the body gives us the feeling of calm and focus. Because our nervous system is more relaxed, our immune system has better conditions too, which therefore keeps us strong. So now you see how it is like kind of self-care is not only about like kind of taking that time out. It is so important for your physique, for your body, for your mind, because it's all connected with your nervous system. So the moment you start giving that me time, the moment you start giving that self-care, involving that self-care o'clock time in your to-do list, and give that calm, peaceful, relaxation sense to your body and mind, your body starts giving it back to you in the form of relaxed energy, in the form of a powerful, positive energy, and also in the form of better immune system, which you can like kind of, if you have better immune system, obviously you are going to be able to work better as well. And because obviously your body is stronger, your mind is stronger, you can think properly, you can do properly. So self-care again is very important. So taking care of ourselves ensures our batteries are running at full capacity. So we can go out there and take over the world. If we continuously yo-yo our energy, that is a complete no-no, by the way, guys. We cannot do this. If we are like kind of completely yo-yoing our energy all the time, working like 10 to 12 hours straight, and then like crashing in the sofa or in the bed, and then keep continuing this, like continue doing this day in and day out, it will inevitably take toll on our physical and mental well-being. And we definitely don't want that. Being in business, being an entrepreneur, being even if we are in a work, if we are in job or anything like that, because it directly like kind of reflects in our work straight away if you are doing any of that sort of thing. So always think of when you're making a planning, like kind of when you're making your schedule, do you make sure that you are scheduling even for your work, like kind of if you're making your to-do list for the day or whatever. So when you're making your list, make sure you are giving gaps in between of your work. Don't continuously work for like 10 hours, 12 hours, even 8 hours. Give yourself proper gaps in between your work, because of the fact there are two reasons for this. One, you will be physically and mentally drained out, and that is a fact. Second, who is able to concentrate properly if they're working for 10 to 12 hours straight? No one. I can't. So basically what we are doing, we are although we are working for 10 to 12 hours, but how many hours from those 10 to 12 hours are productive? This is something what we have to tell our mind. Although we are working all these hours, but are these hours being productive? But instead, if you're doing the similar sort of hours with proper intervals in between, giving yourself your me time, taking a feedback every now and then relaxing your body, relaxing your mind, and then doing it. I have noticed this. I was like that, by the way, guys. When I started working a few years ago, I was like kind of, I would work day in and day out. I would be like kind of go to bed at like kind of 10:30 at night, and then wake up at 3 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock at night, and then start working till morning, and then go to sleep at 6 o'clock at night for a couple of hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then start working again. But how much actually I was gaining from that? Nothing. Zero, honestly, zero. Nothing was coming in my bank account, nothing. And that is a fact, because although I was busy, I was working, I was like kind of working so many hours, but what it was resulting into was a stress. It was resulting into me not being able to give time to my kids, which is my why, basically. So I started working for myself because that was my why. I wanted to give more time to my kids, but I was doing exactly opposite. So not giving time for me, time to me, not giving time to my family, not giving time to my kids, not even giving time to my husband. So he would be like, sometimes he would come home and will tell me, oh, hello stranger, how are you? So all of these things. And then obviously I like kind of one day, it was just one day when my little one, I didn't see him for quite a few days, like my 4 years old. At that particular time, I think he was 2.5 years old or something. So so I didn't see him. And then one day he came running to me. He saw me in the daytime and he came running to me and he was like, he hugged me so tight. And he was like, Mom, I missed you. And that was it. That was it. It just changed everything for me. Everything for me. And I was like, I just seat back at that particular time. And I was like, what on earth am I even doing? Why am I doing what I'm doing? So when I reflected back on my why I started working for myself, because I wanted to spend more time with my kids, but I was doing exactly opposite. So that is when I sit back, take a seat back, think, reflected back on what I was doing. I was missing this self-care. I was not putting myself first. Because I was not putting myself first, I was not able to put anyone like in that. Take us back to the first point, we cannot pour from an empty cup, right? So because I was not concentrating on me, because I was not making me a priority, I was not able to, I just lost my why completely, basically. So now you see why self-care is so directly proportional to your success, to your goal. It is absolutely proportional to what you want to do. Now, self-care really doesn't have to be expensive. I've said this before and now I'm saying this again. Self-care does not have to be expensive. It's more about inner joy, what you're feeling, how you want to feel, and how you want to be treated. And how, most importantly, how you want to treat your own self. Self-care is much more about that. So basically, self-care does not have to be expensive, like bi-monthly retreats, spending expensive spas, or spending on expensive designer brands, or etc. It does not have to be that. Rather, self-care, if you're thinking about self-care, think of it like this. What are the things that gives you joy? It could be little, it could be big things. What are those things that gives you joy? Really and truly gives you joy, makes you really happy, makes you shine through your skin. What are those things? Maybe it could be signing up for a course which you wanted to do. It could be going for a candlelight dinner. It could be soak in the bathtub, as I said before. It could be a foot bath with a good book, can be super relaxing for you, right? It could be the dancing to your favorite music alone in the living room. It could be that can help you relax. Alone time in yoga mat can help you relax. Buying flowers or doing some breathing exercise could be self-love for you. The point is that you just need to give that mental break to your mind. That's what self-care is about. As long as you're giving that mental break to your mind and giving your mind time to process, that your mind is going to thank you in return. It's going to give you ideas. It's going to show you the ways, opportunities, which probably you're not able to see because you're so much like this. So you're not able to see here or here or here anywhere because you're like this. You're just seeing, okay, yeah, this is what I need to do. No, we don't want to do that. We want to break that. We need to give that mental break to ourselves every now and then, as often as possible. Now remember that it really and truly self-care, it doesn't matter what kind of self-care it is. So although it does matter that is getting that break from that hamster wheel of life, if I'm making sense. So giving yourself break from doing same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. So as long as you're putting something for yourself to give that break to yourself, to your mind, to your body, to your soul as well, that is what self-care is all about. Now, when we like kind of start, I had this experience with my clients, because self-care is something which I take up, which I do touch grounds on when I am doing coaching with my clients, basically. So I asked them that kind of in the when anyone is booking a coaching session with me, they have to fill up a questionnaire beforehand, and then in the clarity call as well, I asked them several questions. Which there is one question like, do you have any self-care routine on your to-do list? So if anyone has answered like no, or if they have answered in the self-care routine, like, okay, fine, yeah, I play games to relax me, or I watch this, I watch a movie, or I watch this series or anything like that, I have to really take up on those points, because you cannot, well, it's my personal opinion. It could be relaxing for some people. I'm not sure, but in my personal opinion, including electrical gadgets or electrical things. How to frame the sentence? I'm not able to understand. If you are adding electrical appliances in your self-care list, like kind of spending time on phone, or watching a movie on TV, or watching a video for half an hour and all that sort of thing, it does not really count as a self-care. It would rather drain your mind, if I say. So if you have like kind of, this is something what I was saying that I take up with my client. If they put anything like that, like no self-care or anything of that, I really have to take up with them. Okay, this is something what you do need to do. So whenever I do take this up, that self-care, when I ask them to put self-care in their to-do list, the most common question they ask, what self-care can I put in my to-do list? I don't have money to spend on self-care first. And then that's the major thing for what my clients come up with. Like, I don't have money to spend on self-care. I don't even have time to spend on self-care. And I have to really make them understand and make them listen to what actually they are saying, because they are saying that they don't have time for their own self and they are creating a business for them. Ooh, that doesn't sound right, does it? So when they ask the question, what can I put on my to-do list for self-care? So here I have framed this for you guys. So there could be two ways to prepare the list. One is going to be like kind of when you're preparing the self-care list, to-do list, basically there is one list is going to be non-negotiable. You would do it every day. You would have that half an hour for yourself every day, because it's not going to be an activity anymore. That is going to be a part of your schedule. And the second list is going to be like more time sensitive. So say, for example, you are working with something and then suddenly you start feeling stressed out, what you can do in that sort of time. So let me go through one at a time. So what you can do is you can choose certain activities and plan them in your calendar at a certain time of day or week. So say, for example, if you're doing daily self-care to-do list, self-care routine, the list, so then you can choose certain activities. It completely depends on how much time you want to give. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, how much time you have, but at least give 10 minutes, I shall say. I am pretty sure you have 10 minutes for yourself in 24 hours. Please tell me, yes, you have. So a certain time of the day or week, then what I would suggest is you physically carve out that time for this activity, so that you show yourself how much you take it seriously. So you actually put it on your calendar that this is the time for doing this activity for self-care, what you have selected for yourself, right? It's not just a side activity anymore. It's part of your schedule. Very, very important. Just keep reminding yourself, do not, that's why I said this is non-negotiable, because you're putting it in your calendar. You've got to do this. You don't treat it as an activity anymore. And it is 100% a part of your schedule. Now, apart from this, what you can, when you're preparing this list, now, apart from this, what sometimes it happens we are working and it's say, for example, you're working whole day and your self-care routine or self-care time is like kind of coming at 6 in the evening, but in like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you're feeling stressed out for some reason. So what you can do in that case is you feel like you need to take the time out, right? So what you can do, you take out your list and choose one activity that calls you in that particular moment. What is that one activity that will kind of calm you down, relax you at that particular time? It could be a very simple exercise, could be just 2-3 minutes breathing exercise, right? It does not have to be rushing it, go in the garden, walk, or it could be just 5 minutes walk on the grass, or it could be 5 minutes walk in the garden, or anything like that. Yeah, just think of what is that one activity at that particular time that is calling in that particular moment when you are feeling stressed. Just think, really close your eyes and just deep dive within, go to the root of what is causing you stress first. Second, how can you calm yourself down in that particular time? And do that. Then and there, do that. Because if you're not, and carry on with that stress, mind and body, let me tell you, although you will be working or doing things, but it won't be any productive, like you won't be getting any results out of those work, right? So moving ahead, let's make a self-care list now. So now, one by one, we'll go through these points. Now, if you consider which simple things bring you happiness, just make a list of everything, simplest things which can bring you happiness, right? Now, once you have, write down 5 to 10 things along with the time they each require. So say, for example, if you are putting breathing exercise, which brings you happiness, if you're putting walk in the garden brings you happiness, or you're putting just reading a book brings you happiness, or if you're putting just sitting on the couch and sipping the cup of coffee or hot chocolate or whatever give you a happiness, then write down how much time does each of these exercises require. Split the list into 2 columns, one with short 5 to 10 minutes activities and one with more lengthy activities. Now remove any activities that do not put smile on your face while you're doing this, that do not make you satisfied, that do not make you that gives you that calm sensation in your body. Just remove those exercises. Because they're not going to calm you down, they're not going to make you relax. Just remove those exercises which do not put smile on your face. Okay, remove any activities that require electronics. As I said, electronics are just going to drain your system. They are not going to make it any better. Remember, if you have just imagine if you had a very long day, a very long whole day, and then suddenly, like, kind of, it's bedtime for you, you went on the bed, and you are on your phone before going to sleep. Yeah, just go back. If you had any night like that, how did you sleep that night? If I am at your place, I didn't used to sleep very nice when I used to do that. That was my habit. On phone before going to bed. First thing, as soon as I open my eyes, on phone, what's the messages? What's happening on social media? What's happening there? Instagram, Facebook. As soon as I wake up, don't do that. Don't do that. Instead, do yourself a favor. Please, please, please do yourself a favor. Before you go to bed, plug your phone in charging far away from your bed. Far away. 2 reasons again, okay? 1, you want a nice, peaceful, calm, undisturbed sleep, because that reprograms your mind. Remember, your subconscious, your conscious gets reprogrammed as you are sleeping. Before going to bed, try to read a book. That will serve you much better than being on your phone. And also, when you're waking up in the morning, do not touch your phone for 1 hour, at least for 1 hour after waking up. Do not do that. Just follow this for a week, at least a week. and see what changes you see in your body and your mind. You will be surprised how much you can actually, you will be actually grateful with, for doing that. You will then be able to see changes in your mind, in your body, and also in what you can actually able to achieve simply by doing so. Instead of going on your phone in the morning, as you wake up, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, offer gratitude. The biggest, this practice, offering gratitude for 10 minutes, I do it for 13 minutes meditation now. So, but when I started, I just used to do like 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, depends. Just offer gratitude from your bed. You don't even have to open your eyes for that. Just offer gratitude. And you will see how the list of that gratitude will start increasing as you will start offering gratitude for everything. Now, another point is take a photo of your list and make it your phone wallpaper. Why is that important? Because when you have, let me show you my phone's wallpaper. What I have in my phone's wallpaper, if you guys can see, I have got this gratitude list on my wallpaper. So I did this because in the beginning, obviously, when I used to offer gratitude, I had to think of things what I can be grateful for. So I made a list of it. This is for my phone. I can look at it in the daytime, every now and then, whenever, God knows how many times, I just look at it and read it out and just feel it. But and I also keep a copy of this in the printed form under my pillow. And I used to do it. I don't have to do it anymore because now I remember everything. So I just take that paper out in the morning and just start reading, really feeling into that gratitude mode. So what it does when you are offering gratitude, this is a very, very strong practice. As you're offering gratitude, your mind, your body, your soul, it just relaxes automatically because your mind then tells you, your subconscious tells you that you have got so many good things in your life and you're automatically happy. You wake up happy, right? And that contributes to self-care. This is a form of self-care as well. Just a simple gratitude in the morning is a form of self-care as well, because you are being grateful for what you have, and then you are telling your mind that you are grateful for that, and your mind is telling your body, and just relaxing it automatically. So I really and truly hope that you guys really liking this session, because I was really looking forward to this, to let you guys know that what self-care, what wonders self-care can actually bring into your life. Now, there is another way to self-care as well. Just revise your current schedule. What activities, just be aware of what activities drain your energy the most. That could either outsource. Maybe you could outsource those things. So for me, the something which drains me most is technology when it comes to like creating landing pages or websites or email automations and all that sort of things. That drains me a lot. And I start procrastinating then if something drains me too much. Yeah. So I didn't used to outsource before, but I have started outsourcing this now. Or consider dropping that altogether if you can, obviously. If you can drop out that particular activity altogether, if it's not necessary, then just drop out. But if you can't, then obviously definitely outsource it. If the outsourcing or dropping out is not an option at all for you, then obviously what you can do in that case is specifically take a time out for that particular activity. And before that activity and after that activity, keep some time gap. Keep some time gap for yourself so that you're not draining yourself that much, okay? And even if you are drained when that, say for example, you have kept an hour for that, just take 5 minutes out before starting doing whatever it is, and take a few deep breaths, do your work. And if you're feeling drained after finishing that, then again take 5-10 minutes, take a walk, go out for a walk, sip a coffee or a hot chocolate, or do whatever you like for 5-10 minutes and regain that energy of yours. Okay. Now, there's another way is to talk with your family about how to give you space from some planned me time. If you are not doing so, please start doing that, because I am pretty sure that our family would not say, no, you can't have a me time. No, you don't deserve a me time. No one would say that, right? It's just us, we think that we don't deserve it. The moment we will say, I need half an hour at least for myself every day, you keep the kids, you do whatever you need to do not disturb me in that half an hour. That is me time, unless and until it's really an emergency, obviously. Share with them why it's important to you and how it makes you feel when you don't have that time for yourself. Me, what I do generally is because I have a child, like he's 4 years old, and he's too mummy's boy, so he never leaves me anyway. Even if my husband wants him to take him with him, he would not go. So what I do for my me time is I wake up half an hour, 45 minutes earlier from when he wakes up. So I have that my me time, completely myself that way. So let's suppose you want to have outsourced to your children, partner, grandparent, or a third party. Do not think that everything in the house has to be done by yourself. Outsource it to your children, to your partner, ask for help. If you need a help, ask for help. Ask them to come and help you. You don't have to do everything. Remember that, okay? And also remember that it's important for children of all ages to have chores, to be doing things in the house. It builds stamina and self-esteem in them as well. So you are actually helping them by giving them things to do at home. Also, schedule your me time in your diary. Give importance to it, just as you would for anything else. Scheduling other things around it and saying no to anything that collides with it. Okay, very, very important. Okay, so I really and truly think that you guys have enjoyed today's session. Let me know if you guys have any questions at all. Now we'll stop sharing my screen. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If I can, I would be happy to help answer those questions. Even if you have it after this live, actually just put it in the chat in the Facebook and I will be happy to answer them there. Hey, Tina.
Hi,
it was really and truly lovely to speak here for your people here. I really hope they must have got some value out of it, and I was able to do justice to whatever time I was given.
It's now 10:02, so it's about 50 minutes you've been going. So that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just monitoring the comments, and there aren't any questions as yet, but thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think
you're
probably explained it all very well.
Oh, thank you. I really hope it was all making sense. And basically, I was trying to get a link for my group. If anyone wants to join me in my world, it's completely up to them. If they do want to, but by all means, any of you who is listening to this, you can by all means follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @successpyramid. And if you do want to join my group, I am unable to put the link here for some reason. I was trying to, but then I couldn't. I'll do it in the chat later.
Once we've uploaded the video, we can pop it in the comment and that's next to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And whoever is anybody who is watching this, do let me know if you have any questions. I will be really and truly happy to answer any of your questions. And if you have basically anything you want to speak about, I'm here. Just find me on Instagram or on Facebook.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tina.
It's been really interesting just hearing the number of different people talking this week. But I think the concept is, the main message is it doesn't have to cost you can do these for free. It doesn't have to take forever. You can fit them in a few minutes at a time, but it's about getting it the habit, it's making the time yourself. You have to do that to make sure that you then put these things into practice, whatever it is.
Yeah, no, it's very, very important for not only for female mind, for anyone's mind really. Even a child should have their me time for sure. I mean, I tell this to my daughter. My daughter is 14 now, so she's turned 14. It's her birthday today, so she has
Oh,
turned 14 today. So
happy
I was
birthday,
just talking
Poojita's
to her.
daughter.
Oh, thank you. I was talking to her a few days ago, and yeah, I was asking her. I never see you like kind of doing something. What she does read a book before going to bed and all that sort of thing, but she doesn't really sit, take her own time and do things like what she was doing. And I was talking to her, I didn't see you doing anything like kind of on your own, just taking your own time, your own space to do it. She told me that she just likes spending time with her brother, and that just makes her happy. So I said, oh, that's good. If that is something what makes you happy, then go for it. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's exactly my point. Like, it doesn't have to be anything complicated, you know. It could be anything really.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
yeah,
Any way that you're going to show yourself that care to, take care of yourself so that you can then look after everybody else.
absolutely.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Just as I say, you can't pour from an empty cup.
No, that's it. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Tina.
You're welcome. So tomorrow we have got the lovely Sharn Thompson here at 10 a.m.
Oh, okay.
She's a business consultant and helps startups to find their idea, get off the ground, get all those first steps sorted, marketing, motivation, mindset. She's there for it all. And then at, I believe it's 1 o'clock, it might be 2 o'clock, so don't quote me on that, but I will put a post in. It's Ali Davis, and Ali is a invisible illness advocate because she has her own issues that she's been diagnosed with, really quite serious issues, but she's an inspiration because she's always happy. She always comes across as positive, like Poojita here. It's that positive attitude that really keeps her going. And she's got some lovely doggies as well. So I don't know whether you see mine in the background. He's laying down now, but he keeps making a noise in the background, and I keep thinking, oh, you're going to hear him in a minute. He was snoring earlier when someone was talking, so I hope it doesn't come across that I've nodded off and being rude. But then after Ali, I'll be rounding off the summit at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening with a masterclass on sustainable self-care, making sure that whatever we've learned this week, whatever type of self-care you want to use, we understand exactly why we need it, where we're going with it, and how to get it to fit into our life and make it sustainable, creating those hard and fast habits so that it continues. So many people start like they do the gym. In January, everybody goes to the gym, and by February, March, we've all stopped. Self-care needs to continue just like it does, our exercise routines.
Absolutely.
Find a way of keeping it going. So I'll be talking to you about that tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock, and then we'll be rounding off, the whole of the summit, and all the recordings are going to be here for the next month till the end of October, and then they will be taken down. But I do hope that you can join us for the last day of the summit tomorrow, and and I hope you've been enjoying it and learning some bits as well. So let us know in the comments, either under any of the videos or in the group, just how you found it, what you'd like from us in the future. We can, I'm in touch with everybody. We can always ask someone back to answer questions or do another little training or something if we need to. So do let us know what you need.
If anyone of you want to know, Tina is speaking in my summit in November.
Oh, yes, let's plug that. So Poojita's got a summit in November. Do we know the date? I don't know whether I do.
Yeah, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Sorry, November. You broke up then.
7th, 8th, and 9th. 7th, 8th, and 9th of November.
7th, 8th, and 9th of November.
Yeah.
So
It's a rejuvenating mindset and self-care summit.
So if you want more
So
self-care,
I'm
or
really
you want
looking
some
forward to have you
success
there.
and mindset and happiness, you know, we keep that date,
Absolutely.
and Poojita's summit will be then. So take care for now. I'm going to go get a hot chocolate again. That's my little treat at the end of each day at the moment. Is my self-care. I'll get my hot chocolate, turn the lights down, and sit in my cozy chair and sip my hot chocolate, reflect on the day. So take care, everyone, and good night.
Take care.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and share if you've enjoyed the video.